Alright, what is going on, everybody? Hello, and welcome. How's everybody doing today? Phil here live on the stream for you. It is Sunday, April 23rd, 2017, folks. And I'll say welcome back. Welcome back. Yesterday was my day off for the week. Although this past week was a little bit out of the ordinary because we had Ask the King that returned, right? My Q&A show. So there actually was one day, Thursday, that I didn't live stream. And then I came back on Friday for the conclusion of my Persona 5 playthrough for now, since now we're at the point where Atlas is telling me I'm not allowed to continue on with the stream or the playthrough, sadly. Nothing I can do about that. And then yesterday I had off. Got a lot of stuff done. It was good. Went around with my fiance and did a few things. Got a lot of errands done. We actually tried out this new cafe near us. It's called the Corner Bakery Cafe, where you can get some sandwiches and drinks and stuff. And that was pretty good. That's a new thing. Just moved into our area a few months ago, so we wanted to try that out. And ended up seeing a ton of dogs because we went to the local pet store. And they have what's called Doggy Day Camp, where every weekend people bring in their dogs. And the dogs all play with each other. And they have, like, supervised playtime and everything. And that was pretty fun. To see, I mean, giant dogs, little dogs, active dogs, more sleepy dogs, younger dogs, older dogs. All interacting with each other in one place. Because you rarely see that many dogs in one place, right? So that was cool. And, of course, you know, Leanna always lived with a dog. She always had a dog when she lived in Pennsylvania. Multiple dogs, actually. 2 dogs. And now that she's lived with me, we have not had a dog. We had hamsters for 2 years there, but outside of that, we haven't had pets in a while now. So, of course, she wants a dog, and I, you know, gotta be responsible here and understand that right now, with our current situation where the finances aren't so great, and the fact that we're both working all the time, I'm working all day during the daytime, right? And she's constantly, you know, working her job. We wouldn't be able to raise a dog. It just wouldn't happen. Okay? You know, first of all, financially. You know, a dog is a big financial burden. You need food. You need to care for health. You know, supplies for the dog and everything. The dog needs constant supervision. Right? Especially when it's new. It would be one thing if there's a dog coming into a household that's trained and knows the house and knows the people. And it can behave, but a new dog in a new environment, I mean, that's a formula for mischief, per se. The dog doesn't know what's off limits or what's allowed, right? So, you know, it is what it is. Now, of course, I talked about this a little bit on Twitter yesterday, and you get 2 camps. The first camp is, Phil, if Leanna wants a dog, you should get a dog immediately. If you had a dog, it would be awesome. You could put the dog in videos. You could have weekly dog vlogs. And you could post stuff up on Instagram all the time and yada, yada, yada. Alright? And then on the other hand, there's people saying, no, Phil, do the responsible adult thing and don't get a dog until you're ready. It's both a financial burden and it takes a lot of work and effort and time. And right now, you already say you're overworked. You already say you're strapped financially. This would be a horrible idea. I tend to agree with the latter. Not to say that I don't want a pet like that. I would like to have a pet like that eventually. I've never had a dog in my life. And Leanna has had many, so Leanna knows a lot more about it than I do. But at the same time, I don't think we're in a position right now where it's a good idea. You know what I mean? Now, let's say, for example, let's say that by the end of this year, the streaming changes that I've made are in effect, right, for the long term. My income is more stable. It's better. Maybe I'm better now. You know, I'm at the position where I'm not in bad financial straits where every month it's paycheck to paycheck per se and to pay my bills, and maybe we've got a little bit of freedom financially. Then I would consider possibly getting a dog. You know what I mean? But there's no way that right now it would be a good idea. It would be awful. I mean, who would even take care of the dog? I'm in here streaming 4 to 5 hours during the main daytime hours when the dog would be awake, and Leanna's frequently at work during that time period. So, it would not work out, okay? But I'm not saying it's off the table or anything. I'm just saying right now it doesn't really make sense. So anyway, all that happened yesterday. Today I am back, folks. Today I am back for the first of 8 straight days of live streams, okay? 8 straight days. A lot of variety in the stuff that I'll be doing this week. I'll talk about it in a moment. But yeah, starting today, I'm doing live streaming. Some days I'll be doing double live streams. It depends on what's going on each day. But yeah, at least one major 4+ hour live stream every day now, starting today until next Sunday is actually the day when's the last day before I take a break. So it's actually an extended period here. Typically, it would be like 6 or 7 days. Now it's 8 straight days, okay? So what can you expect? Let me run through the schedule roughly for everyone so you know what to expect. Today, continuing on with Yooka-Laylee. In fact, we're almost done with Yooka-Laylee. If you're not aware, we're in the middle of World 4. I just finished up the first half of World 4, which is Casino World, and we're about to expand the world and then go back into it to do the second half of the stuff, okay? And then after that, there's World 5, and that's the final world, and then if you get enough of the collectible pages, you're supposed to have 100, then you can go on and finish the game. If not, I can go backtrack, because now I have all the abilities, well, I'll have all the abilities in the game by then, so I'll be able to backtrack and go back and see what other, you know, hidden pages, per se, I could get from the earlier stages in the game, now that I'll have all the abilities, right? Oh my god, excuse me. Whew, excuse me. As you can tell, I'm drinking my VA Energy drink this morning, as usual. Alright, so that's today's stream. It's going to be about 4 hours of Yooka-Laylee. We're going to do the second half of the Casino World, and we're going to begin World 5, alright? Tonight, I'll be doing the weekend preview, where I'll fully explain the schedule for the entire week. But, in addition, I also have many patron things to do tonight. I actually have 2 or 3 Q&A videos that I'm owed patrons for the month of March. So I'm going to be filming and releasing those videos tonight for them. So they should, you know, patrons from March should be happy who qualified for those videos. Monday, more Yooka-Laylee, okay? And what I'm hoping is that between today and tomorrow, 8 more hours of gameplay, that I'll wrap up Yooka-Laylee. It's looking like I will, from what everyone's been saying, you know, where I am in the game. Typically, it takes about 2 hours to get through the first half of the stage, and around 2 hours or a little bit less to get through the second half. So I'm thinking, by today, we'll probably be possibly into the first half of the final stage, and then tomorrow maybe we'll finish the final stage and the final boss and wrap it up, okay? We'll see, but I think that's where we're at in the game. Tomorrow night, Monday night, I will be finishing up editing and releasing my review in progress / impressions on Persona 5. Now that I am locked in and I cannot go further in my playthrough, but I am some 40 hours or more into the game, I want to release a video for KO Gaming talking about my thoughts about the game so that people understand what I think about it before it goes on hiatus until Atlas wises up and decides to lift this stupid this embargo, basically, that they have on their game, alright? And I'll also be talking about my thoughts on the embargo in the video as well, so it's going to be a dual-purpose video for KO Gaming. So that's tomorrow, so if you're looking for Yooka-Laylee, if you're looking for the conclusion of this classic 3D platformer, it should be coming in the next day or two. Then on Tuesday, folks, a full day, an absolute full day of Outlast 2. It's going to be a lot of fun. First of all, survival horror. If you guys and gals have been around the block, you know that my survival horror playthroughs, in my opinion at least, are some of my best. Usually, you know, going around this scary world, exploring the lore of whatever's going on in the crazy game, and, you know, the jump scares or whatever. Usually a pretty entertaining experience, and I'm looking forward to it. I certainly hope that you're looking forward to Outlast 2 as well. If you remember, Outlast 1 was a game I played many years ago, and it was kind of on the fly. I didn't even know that the game was really coming out at that point because it was a PC exclusive. And if you remember, if I'm remembering correctly, I played the game a long time ago, and I remember playing it on Twitch. This was back when I was still on Twitch. I remember that. And sadly, I had issues at the end of the game where Twitch and everything kept crashing. The game was crashing and Twitch kept crashing. But I really liked the game. I remember loving the game. Oh, shout out to Edicus, who just resubscribed to my channel for the 3rd month in a row. Thank you, Edicus. And also thank you to Tantamounter, who did a 99-bit cheer earlier. You are the cheerleader for the stream. Okay? So, again, I want to say thanks to everyone who has been participating in the streams recently. Between cheering, subbing, and, you know, tips. Oh, sorry, I'm stretching. Oh! Between cheering, subbing, and tips, you guys have been absolutely awesome. I've had some really good streams this past week, and let me tell you, it helped because this past week, if you remember, I did Ask the King this one day, and I didn't stream on Thursday, so that was a day with no stream income. And then, of course, yesterday I had the day off, so between that, the fact that I had some really good days this week, it kind of evened it out and made it, you know, so that things worked out well. So that's good. So, hopefully we can keep it up. You know, I'm fully, here's the truth of the matter, folks. I'm fully expecting that today and tomorrow with Yooka-Laylee, we're only going to get the core people here, the people who are here usually every day when I stream. I certainly don't expect you guys and gals to go absolutely crazy with all of that stuff. But it is appreciated, anything that you can do, because we are coming down to the wire here when it comes to my finances and this tight part of the year that I have to get through. If you're not aware, folks, right now is the toughest, it's probably going to be the toughest time of the year for me, because February was the month when YouTube ad revenue plummeted out of nowhere with no warning, and I made, like, literally half as much as I usually do on YouTube. And at that point, I hadn't made my streaming adjustments yet so that Twitch could be more profitable. So I received a minuscule amount of money compared to what I usually make this month. And I'm trying to literally stretch this money as much as I possibly can to pay the bills. This week and the next 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks of May, are the weeks when all the bills are due, including my 2 mortgages, including all of the credit cards, the loan payments, condo fees and dues, everything is due within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So right now is the toughest time. I'm honest, I'm deathly afraid my bank account's gonna bounce on me. I don't know, honestly, I haven't done the math, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, in these next couple of weeks, if you are watching my live streams and you want to participate, there's 3 ways that you can help me out tremendously right now. Number 1 would be to buy something from my Teespring merch store. You can see the plug on your screen right now. Great quality designs, awesome artwork. You get t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, and other kinds of merch are all available there. All right? Give it a look. Anything you get there, I immediately receive the profits, and that will help me, okay? Number 2, Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. If you contribute to my Patreon by the end of this month, so that's 7 days left, okay, in the month of April. That's funds that I will actually get the first week of April, okay? And that will tremendously help me as well. Plus, if you pledge to my Patreon now, you're getting in on the monthly event, which is the return of the Patron's Choice playthrough. If you pledge $5 or more in the next 7 days, you'll be able to nominate and vote on what games I'll be playing in an upcoming, you know, playthrough event. That's awesome, because those playthrough events I've done over the years, including Persona 4 and Yakuza 4, have turned into ongoing series that I've played and loved. I mean, I never would have even played Persona 5 if it weren't for 2 years ago. The patrons had nominated Persona 4 for a Patron's Choice playthrough, okay? So please, consider pledging. I need your support right now. That money from Patreon will go literally directly to paying my bills and getting through these tough 2 to 3 weeks that are coming up, all right? And last but not least, if you are watching the stream, yes, I appreciate if you cheer with bits. Yes, I absolutely appreciate if you sub to the channel. Those things will help me, but those things have a 2-month lead time, meaning I won't see that profit until June. However, if you tip me, okay, meaning if you go down below my stream here, all right, if you go down below the stream, and you look at the sections on my page here, including this rules section and all of that on Twitch, there's a section there with a picture of me with Pokemon posing, and it says tips. If you click on there, and you leave me a tip, you can either do it anonymously, or you can do it and ask for a shout-out message that'll appear on screen here during the stream. If you do that, I get those funds immediately. So that massively helps me, okay? Massively helps me. So those are the 3 methods. Either Teespring, Patreon, or if you leave me a tip, that's really going to help me out in the next few weeks. Once I get through early to mid-May and all those bills clear, I'm going to be in the clear because I think I'm receiving my first payment from Curse on May 10th. And I believe that I'm getting my final Machinima payment on May 14th or 15th. And I'm also getting my first big Twitch payment from on around May 15th or so from Twitch, because that was for the month of March when I swapped over to my new streaming method, and boy, did it improve. Let me put it that way. So, in that regard, thanks everyone for your ongoing support. I appreciate it. Hopefully, I can get through this time. Once I'm through this time, I think things are going to be better. I think that moving forward, in months like June, July, once we start to see, because my streaming method has changed. We got all these popular games coming out too. I think that things are going to be good. I'm hoping that by the summer, I can get more consistent attendance on my streams, more consistent, participation, especially with the fighting games and stuff that will be coming out soon that people will want to see consistently. I think it's going to be good. I think this is going to be a fun summer in particular. If you guys haven't paid attention, I've been talking about what I want to do this summer. And I've been thinking about going back to games like Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne, redoing a Grand Theft Auto playthrough, since all of my Grand Theft Auto playthroughs have been absolutely destroyed because of stupid content ID claims on YouTube. All the music being muted or the videos being blocked. So replaying those games could be a sweet deal. Plus, there's just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff that I could do in dead time. There's all these suggestions of games people have wanted to see me play that could be a really fun summertime, alright? So, I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. Now, I got sidetracked here, alright, from what I was doing. I was doing the schedule, and then I got completely sidetracked, but I figured might as well talk about it while we're on the subject, right? Okay, so, Tuesday, 2 streams of Outlast 2. I'll be playing it, 11 a.m., and I'll be playing it again later in the day, another 2 hours at 7 p.m. So, 6 hours of, Yooka-Laylee. I said Yooka-Laylee. Whoops. 6 hours of Outlast 2 on Tuesday. Very excited for that. I think that's going to be an awesome playthrough. It's going to be one that people are really going to enjoy, and I'm going to enjoy doing for you. Wednesday, more Outlast 2. Okay. That'll be the stream for Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, I'll be playing The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 4. Alright? So if you're not aware, The Walking Dead Episode 4 is coming out this week, the same day as Outlast. Now, I'm going to be busy with Outlast, but I will be, playing it on Wednesday night, I decided. That will be offline. That will not be live streamed, being that it is a narrative-based game. And I don't want it to be spoiled and have pop-up messages distracting me during the course of the playthrough or anything. So that will be done exclusively offline for DSPGaming. Now, later this week is going to be directly dependent on how things go with games like Outlast 2. Like, if I finish Outlast 2 by, say, Thursday, well, then I'll have a few free days. I'll have, like, Friday, Saturday to do special projects and the like. If I don't have that freedom of a couple days to do whatever I want, then I'm just going to continue on with the ongoing playthroughs and try to wrap up Outlast. I want to review Outlast, before I get into other new stuff, etc. So that'll be the deal, okay? That's how we're going to handle the rest of the week. Now, this Sunday, a week from today, ladies and gentlemen, 1 week from today, I am doing my Worst Games Ever Marathon. This is an event that happened because of patrons in the month of February. Actually, we hit the funding goal in February thanks to patrons, and they nominated and voted on games for this marathon. The games include Ride to Hell Retribution, Revolution something, I don't know if it's 60 or 70, something like that, and Scarface. So it's going to be a fun 6 to 7 hour gameplay marathon, where I play these games. That should be a lot of fun. That is 1 week from today. So please remember, folks, 1 week from today, come on back for some fun gameplay streaming in the form of the Worst Games Ever Marathon, okay? That's going to be awesome. That's a special event. I haven't done one of these in a while now, actually. If you actually think about it, when was the last marathon I did? I think it was like February, I want to say. Wasn't it the last Twitch and Chill event? It was February. So it's been a few months. So it'll be great. That's coming up in a week. And then, after I take a day off, it's actually going to be that Monday, May 1st, I'm taking off. That's my next day off. When I return on that Tuesday, we've got the Neo DLC. There's the first ever Neo story-based, content-based DLC coming out that day. I'll be covering that during the week. And then later that week, we've got Prey. So we've got a full-on new week of content that very first week of May. So we're going to be good to go. I mean, we're full speed ahead here. Lots of exciting stuff going on. And I'm excited for it. I hope you're excited for it too. I absolutely love when there's, you know, weeks full of new content that keep me busy, but also keep you guys, you know, excited and engaged on my live streams. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even lying. I just got, this is ridiculous, 47 emails. 47 emails from YouTube because I have a stream archive on YouTube that got content ID claimed. It's my WWE 2K17 My Career Mode premiere live stream from October 11th, 2016. What this is, it's the archive, so it's the raw stream. When I was streaming on YouTube, I would archive those. I would have those stay on YouTube so that if anything went wrong with my capturing of the videos during the playthrough, I would use that raw stream to rip the content from, right? If there was an error or whatever, for whatever reason a video got corrupted or lost, I would just rip that from the raw video. But I would always leave those private, so it has 0 views. No one's ever seen this video, and no one ever will, because it's set to private. YouTube just sent me, I'm not even kidding, 47 fucking emails for this one video. Because, why? Because this video, you know, WWE has all WWE copywritten music in it, and they've decided to claim every song that plays in the video. So apparently during the course of this 3.5-hour gameplay stream, there were 47 songs that played, and I got 40 fucking 7 emails. What a great content ID system YouTube has. I mean, it's just so useful. It's so effective. And it's obvious that all these companies are making bajillions of dollars on this system, right? It's just so, this is so fucking stupid, man. Seriously. This is such a dumb-ass joke. Their system is garbage, and the bottom line is, I talked about this last week in the Ask the King, the system's illegal. The content ID system that YouTube employs is completely illegal because it gives full ad revenue for the videos to the music companies, when in reality, the music companies are not owed full ad revenue because their song plays in a video. Maybe at best, a court would find they should have partial ad revenue. There's no fucking way it should get full ad revenue on that video. There's no judge on planet Earth that will say, because a song played in a video, that all ad revenue for that video belongs to the song maker. That's insane. So, the problem is, it hasn't gone to court at all. It's never went to court for review because no one will sue. Because as I said in Ask the King, if anyone sues, that means they no longer have the ability to use YouTube, because YouTube will kick them off. So, obviously, no one's going to sue. Alright? It would have to be someone who literally does not care about being on YouTube, suing YouTube to get the system shut down or improved, because they're going to get booted off if they sue. So there you have it. Legally, not a leg to stand on, but no one can hold them accountable for their horrendous actions in this piece of garbage fucking system that they've put into place, because no one wants to basically lose the ability to be on YouTube. Let me tell you, folks, one day, if I ever hit the lotto and I become a millionaire, alright, and, you know, I'm good to go, and it doesn't matter if I ever make any more money in my life, I might sue YouTube. I might. I don't know. Just on principle, to make them actually fucking do things more, like, morally and legally correctly, since they feel they have zero obligation to do so themselves. You know, they don't. They feel like they're above the law. They do. And they think that they're smarter than everyone, and they think that they know better than everyone, when in reality, just take a look at the recent situation that just happened with all these advertisers, okay? That's what we really got to look at. Just look at this. Oh, by the way, thank you, Golden Colts, for the 100-bit cheer. Appreciate that, even though you did a Kappa face during the cheer. How dare you? So, YouTube thinks they're so smart. We're going to write automatic algorithms that are going to just divvy out advertisements to any and all YouTube channels who are under our partnership program, right? No real rhyme or reason for why a video will get an ad. We're just going to have it, toss it out there. And we feel that our algorithms are smart enough that these advertisements will be targeted to the appropriate parties. And that these advertisements will make money for the advertisers, okay? Because we're smart. You know, we work for Google. We're Ivy League graduates. We're like geniuses, right? We know exactly what we're doing. Well, advertisers finally wised up, okay, and said, no, this is stupid bullshit. Your stupid algorithms don't work. You don't have a human reviewing anything, all right? And you think that just because you wrote a fucking code that it's going to somehow magically know who the viewer base is of the videos that are getting ads, you don't. And the bottom line is, and I said bottom line twice already in this pre-stream, but what happened was advertisements were going out to people who weren't not the intended parties, right? So for example, PewDiePie. Let's talk about PewDiePie. He's one of the biggest YouTubers, if not the biggest YouTuber. His videos are catered towards young kids. Because, let's face it, most intelligent adults who watch his stuff would probably want to tear their fucking eardrums and eyeballs out. But he has a huge audience of younger people who like to see him act immature and be stupid in his fucking videos. So, you would think the advertisements for PewDiePie would be for kids. But they're not. If you actually watch his videos, you'll see car insurance, home insurance, you know, things that don't apply to the vast majority of people who would be watching his videos, right? Oh, I just got a new sub. Shout out to SJD128. Thank you for subbing to the channel. I appreciate that. Okay. So, yeah, that's the thing with YouTube. The ads aren't appropriate to anything anymore. They're just not. They're not appropriate to what you're watching. I actually had someone tell me they were watching a YouTube gamer who literally his content, it's not PewDiePie, it was someone else, I don't remember who. But this guy, he doesn't swear in his videos, like he actually makes PG-rated gaming content for younger audiences. And he was watching it and it was like the most, like, buy a car. That was the ad that played on the video. I'm pretty sure that Toyota didn't make any money on an advertisement playing on a video for, you know, a demographic of people who are like 5 to 15 years old. I'm just saying. But that's the problem with YouTube. It doesn't target the right audience with its advertising. It just fucking throws it out there by things like your search history or your viewing history on YouTube, or just randomly divvies it out. Sometimes it bases it on what you put in when you registered for YouTube. So when you registered for YouTube, if you lied and said you're like 20 years old, it'll give you ads that are supposed to be pertinent for 20-year-olds, even if you're a kid. So it doesn't make any sense. It's complete garbage. Okay? It is. It's complete and utter garbage. The system doesn't work because it's based on algorithms that are impersonal and don't actually analyze data properly. So, what happened was these advertisers realized their advertisements weren't being effective and they tried to do their own research to figure out why. During their research, they found out that advertisements were putting on videos that were talking about terrorism and racism, you know, terrorism recruitment videos and racist rants. Were getting these advertisements from big people like Starbucks, Walmart, and these companies saw this shit and said, holy fuck, this is terrible. We're not doing this anymore. We're not spending money on, you know, these ads. They're not going to anything that's effective, and they're going on nasty videos we don't want to associate ourselves with. So 250 major companies, and counting, more have done it since, have pulled their advertisements from YouTube. Gee, I'm sure those Google employees who wrote the fucking algorithm were really smart, right? They really thought ahead that these companies would think that this is a good methodology. But that's the thing, in their corporate culture, Google and YouTube actually thought that that was good because they're elitist idiots. They have no street smarts. They have no actual experience in the real world of daily activities of YouTube. Instead, they sit behind their fucking desks and write code, instead of actually using the goddamn website and seeing that the advertisements playing on videos aren't pertinent to the fucking content of the videos. How stupid can you be? But they get paid giant salaries because they're Ivy League fucking educated employees. Isn't that great? So it's the same thing with Content ID. It's a system completely set up only to protect YouTube, so YouTube doesn't get sued. It's not actually set up to give the proper ad revenue to those who are owed it. In fact, it's not even a legal system. No, it would never hold up in a court of law to automatically, by a robot without proper review, assign 100% ad revenue to a music company because a song plays in a fucking video. Wouldn't happen. But again, that's who works at that company. So when I get 47 fucking emails because 47 different songs were identified in a video, and 47 different music companies all are fighting for ad revenue on a video that's set to private on YouTube, I fucking laugh. It just proves how dumb these fuckers actually are. That they have no actual intelligence. They don't understand how their own business works. The only reason that they're rich is because they're funded by Google, not because of their own action. YouTube never made so much money, right? That because of their wise decisions, that's why they're the top video sharing website. No. Google came in with tons of money from their search engine. They bought out YouTube, right? A site that was already on the up and up for being the top video sharing website. And all they've done is thrown their wads of money at it. Throw money, throw money, throw money. They never actually did anything that was intelligent or smart that made it the top site. They just fucking threw more money at it. So, of course, if you have unlimited fucking funds, you're going to be the top video sharing website. And everyone knows, anyone who's a content creator on YouTube will tell you right now, we'll jump ship at any point where we can find a massive competitor to YouTube. We would get out of here because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. But the problem is they're still... In the 8 years that I've been doing YouTube videos, right, there's no major competitor that's ever stood a chance because no one has that money. No one has enough. So anyway, I digress. Thought I'd talk about that for a few minutes as we get the stream started here today. Oh my goodness, excuse me. All right. Looks like I've deleted all the friggin' emails now, so now my email won't be spammed. Unbelievable. 47 emails for one fucking video. Oh, brother. Alright, everyone. So we're about to get started. Alright? We're about to get started with Yooka-Laylee. 4 hours of gameplay. I'm going to finish up with the casino world and head into the final one. We'll see how it goes, right? And we'll go from there. And we'll see how it goes. You know, like I said, hopefully between today and tomorrow, I'm able to wrap up with Yooka-Laylee and move on. Into new stuff, alright? Alright, one final thing, everyone. One final thing. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. However, I may have some great news shortly. And no, it's not, I won the lotto and I'm out of financial trouble. That's not what it is. I wish it was, but it's not. But, I may have some good news shortly. In regards to all of this nonsense on YouTube going on and everything. You know. It really sucks that with the whole fiasco with Machinima, that a lot of my old classic playthroughs are kind of being destroyed because of this content ID system. A lot of videos are getting blocked and or muted. I get them every day. Every day I'm getting about, I'd say probably about 3 dozen or more emails of more videos that are getting claimed or blocked. See, I don't care if it's claimed. If it's claimed, who cares? It's an old video of mine. Oh no, I didn't make 2 pennies on this video today. Not a big deal. But... for the fact that these videos are getting blocked or muted, and now you can't even watch the freaking playthroughs anymore, you know? That sucks. And especially some of my classic playthroughs, like my Grand Theft Auto playthroughs. Every one, too. It's like Vice City, San Andreas, Vice City Stories, Liberty City Stories, Grand Theft Auto 5. All those are getting claimed. That sucks. Those are, you know, big playthroughs that people want to go back and eventually watch. And now they're going to be watching incomplete versions of these playthroughs, okay? Well, I may have some good news shortly. Not going to spoil anything. I'm certainly not going to get ahead of myself. I don't want to promise the world and something doesn't happen, right? But I may have some good news for everyone shortly. Perhaps there is a light at the end of this tunnel. And we can get back to business as usual. But we'll see. I'll let everyone know. I'll let you know soon. We'll see what happens, okay? Tour With Me says, I just watched Grand Theft Auto 5 and I didn't see any videos that were muted or blocked. Well, here's the deal. It's a lot of the times it's country specific. For example, maybe there was a song in Grand Theft Auto 5 soundtrack that in the United States it's licensed to one company, but outside of the United States there's another company that's responsible for the distribution or licensing of that song. And I'm actually getting videos that are like, this video has been blocked in Canada. This video has been blocked in Honduras. And I'm like, that's kind of weird that's really specific, but I'm getting that. And then also, you know, I am getting, notifications that a lot of videos are getting muted. That's really sucks. When all the audio is completely taken out of a video. And I know for a fact there are some videos in that Grand Theft Auto playthrough that happened. Grand Theft Auto 5. They've been blocked or muted. So... If you were lucky enough to watch the whole playthrough and you didn't see any of that, you may be in one of the rare countries that I guess the licensing issues don't affect, but for the most part in like the United States, Canada, most of Europe, where most of my viewer base is, by the way, it's really those 3 areas, they're going to be affected, you know. Alright, folks, enough blabbing from me. But anyway, thanks for listening. I have been enjoying that even though I've been doing longer pre-streams, people don't really care that, like, you know, you're still getting your 4 hours of gameplay that you're promised anyway, right? And we're going to have an interactive stream. It's more, that's what I think it is. It's more loose now. It used to be so strict because, oh no, Phil's only playing for 3 hours and he really needs to get through as far in this game as he can today to do that playthrough for YouTube. Now it's kind of like, well, we're all hanging out. You know, we're hanging out here on the stream. We're talking. I'm reacting to what you guys are saying in the chat. So it's more of a conversational tone than me just kind of, you know what I mean? It's different, and I like that. So. Alright, everyone ready? I think it's time to start. Yooka-Laylee. Let's continue on. Sound good? Sound good, my friends? Okay. Alright, let me finish the pre-stream and we shall begin. Yooka-Laylee's kind of end game. Second half of Casino World and then heading into the final world, which I don't know what the final world is. I have no idea. So. Alright. Thank you, folks. Let's begin.